Good afternoon. My name is Mark Buscaino, Executive Director of KC Trees. Thanks for the opportunity to testify. As noted recently in the Sustainable DC Plan update, the latest satellite imagery shows that DC's tree canopy has increased from 36 to 38%. This equates to roughly 700 football fields worth of leaves, tree leaves, about the size of the National Mall. The district, and especially the council and its partners, should feel proud of an achievement that has escaped every major American city except for our own. As we think about what's needed to obtain 2 more percentage points to attain the goal, the 40% goal, it helps to remember how we got here today. It started with Mayor Williams, who reinvested in the Urban Forestry Administration and formalized the District Department of the Environment, now known as the Department of Energy and the Environment. Like many of us, I thought that these changes would produce immediate results, but I was sorely mistaken. It took more than a decade for the dust to settle and the pieces to fall into place. Today, UFA and DOEE are leading the way, with both groups and their extended partner network planting over 12,000 trees every year, and more recently co-chairing the Urban Forest Advisory Council, which is successfully coordinating agency, resident, and nonprofit efforts to preserve and plant more trees than any one group may do in a vacuum. I mention this history for one key reason: to stress that through all the challenges along the road that would otherwise have derailed this great effort, the city and its partners have maintained their focus and support, and we urge this council to continue this support regarding UFA's upcoming budget. In order to achieve the 40% goal, we need to continue investing in DC's trees at rates that equal or exceed past levels. For the Urban Forestry Administration, this means that they must be provided adequate resources to plant 8,000 street trees each year for an additional 4 years, from 2018 through 21, at which time DC will have a full component of 160,000 street trees. After that, to keep pace with natural mortality, UFA will need sufficient funding to plant approximately 5,000 street trees each year. To grow healthy street trees, it's also important to consider not just the tree above ground, but what's going on the soil below. Greater soil volumes produce healthier, longer-lived trees. Recognizing this, in 2014, DDOT enacted its Green Infrastructure Standards, which mandate a minimum street tree soil volumes for developments that impact the public right-of-way. Over time, this standard will transform DC's street tree canopy by improving tree health and longevity while reducing maintenance costs. However, we are concerned that there are no UFA staff specifically monitoring these installations. Therefore, we request that UFA's budget include 2 new staff persons to ensure compliance with the GI tree box standards and to inspect and ensure protection of existing trees on new developments during the construction process. Finally, the Tree Canopy Protection Amendment Act significantly increased UFA's mandate. UFA is now responsible for managing and replanting not just street trees, but also trees on parks, schools, and other DC-owned lands, and conducting mortality checks on all trees planted with tree fund dollars. We therefore urge this committee to ensure UFA has sufficient funds to support its new duties. In summary, the city's commitment to its tree canopy over the past 2 decades is making DC a greener, healthier, and more vibrant place to live, work, and play for its residents. We urge this council to ensure adequate resources are provided to UFA so that it may plant 8,000 street trees each year until the year 2021, plant 5,000 street trees in year 2022 onward, hire 2 new staff members to ensure compliance with DDOT's GI standards, and 4, ensure UFA has sufficient resources and personnel so it may effectively carry out its new duties as mandated by the Tree Canopy Protection Amendment Act of 2016. Thanks for the opportunity to testify.